Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm a veterinarian at a small animal practice in Nashville, Tennessee. And this is my husband, Ryan. He's a teacher and coach at a nearby middle school. While our jobs keep us pretty busy, we make sure to find time to do our favorite thing, travel. We have had lots of great adventures together over the years and are always looking for opportunities to explore more. So we decided to start documenting our adventures. In part one of our visit to Shenandoah National Park in Charlottesville, Virginia, we set up camp, explore the park with its scenic views, and take an unforgettable sunrise hot air balloon ride before checking out all the city of Charlottesville has to offer. We are heading up to Virginia to Shenandoah National Park. Last night after working all day, we drove to Knoxville to kind of break up the drive. Only got a few hours of sleep, which is typical of us. We don't always take the most relaxing vacations, but hopefully we'll get some rest today once we get there and set up camp. We're gonna camp for 4 nights, do some hiking. Plan is to do a hot air balloon ride tomorrow if the weather is good enough, and then probably visit Charlottesville a little bit while we're there. So we're pretty excited to see the fall colors and just get away for a little bit. Life's been kind of crazy the past few months, so it'll be good to get some rest. So we're about an hour and 45 minutes away from Shenandoah. Both getting a little bit nervous because the campsites are first come, first serve. And 2 days ago, Lewis Mountain Campground announced that they were full by about 2 p.m. that day. And then as of a few minutes ago, Big Meadows Campground is full today. We're trying to stay at Loft Mountain Campground, which I think is the biggest one in the park. So hopefully there will still be some campsites. We're a little nervous because we don't really have a backup plan if we can't get a campsite. So hoping for the best. Hopefully we'll get there and have plenty of sites to choose from. Okay, getting a little nervous because this sign is saying that Loft Mountain is closed. So we'll see when we get up here what they say. Well, the sign says that Loft Mountain Campground is full. We asked the park ranger at the entrance if it was full. She said it filled up at 4 p.m. yesterday. She said we can check when we get there with the ranger to see if there's anybody checking out. Confusing to us though, because they have not posted anything on their Facebook page about Loft Mountain being full, whereas they have posted about Big Meadows and Lewis Mountain. So pretty confused. Ryan also had called the main office yesterday around 4 p.m. and they said there should be plenty of sites. So we're driving there now. It's about a 20-mile drive down to the campground, so we'll see what's going on. Hope for the best. How are you feeling right now, Ryan?
Not great. Not feeling great.
We still have like a 45-minute drive just to get to the campground to see what's even going on. So a little stressed because, like I said before, we do not have a backup plan. So a little nervous. One good thing is they did say that Matthew's Arm still has some vacancy. The downside is that's on the north end of the park. So that's at mile like 83. Is that right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's pretty far from where we want to be because we are planning to go to Charlottesville tomorrow for hot air ballooning. So that would make for a couple-hour drive at 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. So not ideal, but hopefully that can at least be a backup plan if we need it. We may be stressed out right now, but at least the view is pretty. Look at this. Now we're stuck going, I don't know, 10 miles an hour, stuck behind bicyclists. Ryan's about to blow a fuse.
Surely there's somewhere else to ride your bike.
So our, 45-minute drive might end up being an hour and a half at this point. So yeah, our chances are looking more and more slim as we go along. So it looks like there are some campsites where people are supposed to sleep today. Some of them, like, they can choose to re-up if they want. There's some others where people have already checked out. So we have to go look now, see if we can snag one. But it seems a bit more promising than it did earlier, so here's crossed. All right, we got a spot. Yay! And it's ours, thank goodness. All set up at our campsite at Loft Mountain. We got one of the sites, a little bit of a view back there. Not as good as some of the others, but it is more secluded, which is good. Here is our huge tent. Backstory on this one was we were gonna buy a 4-person tent, but it was the same price as a 9-person tent, so we got the 9-person tent. So now we're kind of bougie when we camp. Bit of table, queen size air mattress, still plenty of room to spare. So, needless to say, we're pretty comfy when we camp. Well, after setting up camp, we took a little break, took a nap since we didn't get much sleep last night. But now we're going out and we're gonna drive down the scenic drive. It's 105 miles from the north to south end of the park. So we probably won't drive the whole thing, but we'll enjoy some of it and stop at some overlooks and take a look at the beautiful mountains. The Bearfence Mountain Summit. It's gonna be a rock scramble up here. We weren't really planning to do a hike, but I saw this and thought it'd be fun. So hopefully I don't twist an ankle since I'm only wearing tennis shoes and not boots. We're at the top of Bearfence Mountain summit. It's really beautiful. It's actually really fun. It's short, but you know, rock scrambling, kind of fun. Probably wouldn't do it with small children. This woman we ran into was walking along it with her kids and then realized not something that you can do with children.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But it's beautiful. Look at this. Climbed up those rocks over there.
One of you guys needs, oh, the girls are getting to work.
Yeah.
I love this. Okay, so Marty will let you know when you can let go, but you're going to hold this for about 5 to 7 minutes. Your left foot there, that's to keep the air from going underneath. You're going to hold these. Ryan's the official photographer, videographer. I got
There we
it.
go.
I got it. Letting the cables do the work. You shouldn't be struggling, okay? After about 5 to 7 minutes, the balloon will have enough shape. It can hold itself open, okay? And Marty will let you know. You guys will let go, and he'll get pictures of you guys as couples in front of the balloon, okay?
Aw.
Yeah. Come on in, Ryan. There's no points for Grace. Get in. You feel better about your phone. Wow! That adds to it, doesn't it? You guys can tell I'm going. Yeah! Chelsea's not going to have to get her go-go gadget arm.
I didn't get any.
I got one with all fall colors. Let's be honest, I have the better one. Everybody sit put.
We survived. Yay!
Yay.
That was a great flight, guys. We covered some distance.
Awesome.
We got some good highs.
And the clouds,
Ryan's giving us a free ride.
background. That should.
Oops.
That was really nice too.
Can you hang another
Oh, perfect.
Well, there we go.
Great. No points for Grace.
The pictures will be up that way. Did not make that connection. Yay! Oh, Ryan,
So
just a
close.
little effort into it.
Sorry.
Well, we just finished hot air ballooning and that was amazing. We kind of cut it close because we weren't sure the weather was going to hold out, which apparently seems to be a theme, unpredictability on this trip. But we made it and it was beautiful. Now we're just walking around downtown Charlottesville. Gonna go get some brunch. Try to go to Monticello. We haven't gotten tickets yet, so hopefully we'll be able to get in. And then probably hit up a vineyard.
So after the hot air balloon, we are going to explore Charlottesville. University of Virginia is right over there. We're stopped at Farm Bell Kitchen. This was a place that was recommended to us by Mandy, Monticello hot air balloons. So if you ever wanted to do it, this looks really good. I'm really excited to have this. We've been eating camp food so far, but we're trying to do everything in Charlottesville in about a day because from our campsite to Charlottesville is about an hour just going to the park. So we're going to try to do Monticello, maybe some wineries, a distillery if we have time, before heading back, and our last 2 days will be at the park. So that's the plan.
Well, we haven't done a great job of planning today. So originally we didn't know whether or not we'd get to do hot air ballooning because of the weather. And luckily that actually worked out, which was great. But now we're kind of at the last minute just finding stuff to do in Charlottesville. And one of the things I really wanted to do was see Monticello, but they're sold out of tickets today. So we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do now. We're definitely gonna go to a winery, but we're trying to decide whether or not it's gonna be worth the drive from the park back out to Monticello at some other point this weekend, because it takes about an hour and a half to do that. So we'll see what we end up deciding to do.
So that wraps up our second day in Virginia. We were able to go on the hot air balloon ride, which was a lot of fun. So cool if you ever have a chance. Then we went to a winery and we went to Ragged Branch Distillery, which was really unique, really cool because you sit out on this porch that just overlooks the whole property, sip some bourbon, try it out. That was maybe one of my highlights of the trip so far. So tonight we're gonna go back, make a fire, and just kind of hunker down for the night.
our next video of part 2 of the trip, we head out to summit Old Rag, the most difficult and longest hike of Shenandoah, before heading back to Charlottesville to explore Thomas Jefferson's home of Monticello. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed our video, please like and subscribe below. We'll see you next time.